What's up everyone, how you all doing? Blue Nerd here and welcome back my friends to another Minecraft tutorial. I sure hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm doing amazing guys. Before we get started, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you for all of the support on the channel. It has been incredible over the last few weeks. This channel's only been about for about 4-5 months at the most now, and we're already at 476 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. The amount of likes and comments you guys have been leaving on the channel is mind-blowing for me guys, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. But with that being said guys, we're going to jump straight in with today's build, which is going to be these little medieval style market stalls. Now these are pretty cool. They're only very simple to build and they come in like a variety of versions. So we've got like a double version like this one here. We have got a large single version of one a bit like this. And then we also have a little single version as well, a little small single version like this. So you can build them in a small space. I mean, you could even extend this and make a massive one. This one here is 5 wide, but I mean, you could extend this to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wide, as long as you guys want. So with that being said guys, let's take a look at what we're going to need to build these. Okay, for this build, we're going to need some cobblestone stairs, blocks, slabs, and walls. Some dark oak logs or logs of your choice, some dark oak slabs, spruce fence gates and fences, some chests, some flower pots, item frames, and some banners of your choice. And with that being said guys, let's get straight into the build. Okay guys, we're going to start with the large single version of the market stall. We're going to start by placing a dark oak log just here. This is the right hand corner. Then behind this, we're going to leave a 3-block gap and place another one. To the left of this one, we're going to leave a 5-block gap and place another one. Then we're going to come down, leaving a 3-block gap. And that should leave us a 5-block gap at the front, and we should have a kind of rectangle shape. Now go ahead and raise these by 2 more blocks so that they are 3 blocks in high. Just like so. Now grab your cobblestone blocks. And across the back wall, you just want to fill this wall all the way in like this. All the way until you are level with the top of the pillar. Now, grab your cobblestone slabs. Place one on the top half of the dark oak log block here. And one on that side. And then just place one on the corner. You want to do the same on this side here. So one there, and one there. And then place one on top of this inner one. Place one inwards and then upwards. Inwards and upwards, and then this one go inwards, upwards, and you should have a nice little peak at the side here. We're going to do the same across the front here, so let's do this side here, do 3 around this corner here, and 3 around this corner here. We'll start by doing exactly the same as we've done on the other side, so just stair-stepping these up like so. On the front, we're going to do exactly the same. Okay, you should have a nice kind of very small arch. And then don't forget to do the back as well. Okay, you should now have something that looks a bit like this. Now grab your cobblestone and in the 3 center blocks at the back, go ahead and fill those up like so. Now grab yourself some dark oak slabs or oak slabs or spruce slabs, whichever ones you want to fill your roof in with. And we're going to go ahead and fill it in. So we're going to start by placing one on the corners like this. On tops of these logs. Then we're going to go 2 on here. And then we're going to go 1 there. And then 1, 1. And then make a little kind of a V shape, I suppose, on the corner. Okay? Like a V shape. So it should look something a bit like this. Okay? Do exactly the same on the opposite side. So where we have the back wall, you want to place 2 slabs there or a full block. And then just go 2 there. At the front, you just need to place 1 block there and then 2 like that. Okay? Now, through the center here, we're going to join this one up to the opposite side. Just like so. Then we're going to join these 2 all the way across. This one here, just join it to the center and all the way across. And then here, go 2. And then place another one there. Fill this gap here and then just run 1 across the center like so. Okay, and that gives you a nice little kind of arched shape roof here. Now there's also another way you could also do this roof. You could also add one there, and then there, and then there. And then you get a kind of bit of a slightly rounded roof. So it depends what shape roof you would prefer. But you can do it however you like. I think it looks quite nice like this. It kind of makes it look a little bit more jagged, a little bit more roughed. And I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, once your roof is all in place, grab your cobblestone stairs. And on the outer corners, so this one and this one, you want to place one just at the bottom like that. Same at the back one here. And you want to repeat that on the opposite side here as well. So one at the front, one at the side, and one at the back. Now, go ahead and grab a full cobblestone block. Place one there and one there. Grab a cobblestone wall and place a wall in front of these. At the sides here, place a cobblestone at each side of your little pillars, like so. Place a fence gate in the center. And then at the front here, place 3 upside down stairs like so. On top of the stone brick walls, or cobblestone walls rather, place 2 spruce fences. Sorry guys, my words ain't coming out. Just like so. And that is pretty much it, guys. Now you can go ahead and decorate it up the way you want it. Obviously you want to probably put yourself a chest or 2 in here. You could put a couple of chests, and you could probably go ahead and put in something like that. And the decoration is up to you. So if we go ahead and we just grab, say, some flower pots, some item frames, and then a couple of banners of your choice. I'm going to go for a red one, and we'll go for a white one as well. So for this one here, like normally for the market stalls, what I like to do is I put a few item frames at the back here and put the items that are going to be sold into the item frames. You can decorate the front of this with whatever the stall is about. So for instance, I like to put a couple of pots on here. If you're selling like melons and pumpkins, then maybe stack a couple at the front. If you're selling glass, maybe put a couple of item frames at the front here like this. Put some glass in there, put some glass into those at the back so it looks like a glass stall. If it's a food stall, then put some food in the back. Just kind of decorate the stall to how you like the look of it. But yeah, that's about it really for the market stall, guys. This is for the large version. And then the last thing is to put some banners up. Now, with the banners, one thing I forgot to mention is for some of the versions, you're going to need to actually get a trapdoor. So get a trapdoor of your choice. I'm going to go with a dark oak trapdoor here, just to match up with the wood. Place one in the center like so. Then what you can do is you can place a banner on that side and that side. Place a banner there, and then you can crouch and place a banner onto the actual trapdoor itself. And there you go. You get a nice little market stall that looks pretty cool. I really like the way this one's turned out. And yeah, it looks cool. I really, you know, make it your own. I mean, you also could grab these spruce fences here and fill them up on the inner edge here, like this. And then I would probably say at the top there, just place a slab underneath those two so that it looks level. Do the same here. So put 2 slabs in there and then put your fences underneath like that. And that's about it, guys. Alright guys, that is just about it for the large single version of the build. Now don't forget to go ahead and place in some flooring down like this. I've gone ahead and used some grass path, gravel, cobblestone and coarse dirt just to rough it up and blend it in with the area. Don't go too crazy with the cobblestone, especially if you're in like a kind of grassy area and you're using the grass path around the area. The cobblestone would just be a little bit too much. So just, you know, just use a few cobblestone here and there. Anyway guys, before we go ahead and put in a pathway across the front here, we're going to go ahead and build a few more versions of this. So the next version is going to be the single version. So again, for the single version, we're going to start the same with our pillars. So we're going to place a dark oak log on the right hand front corner. Leave a 3-block gap behind it. Leave a 3-block gap to the left and a 3-block gap to the front. And we should now have a square with a 3-block gap in between each pillar. Raise these until they are 3 blocks high. Okay, now again, same thing at the back. We're going to place a cobblestone wall, cobblestone blocks all the way up like that. At the front, go ahead and place 2 full cobblestone blocks like so. Then we're going to place cobblestone stairs on all of the corners like this, wrapping it all the way around on the outer edges. At the front here, we're going to add a cobblestone wall on each side in front of those 2 blocks. And then we're also going to place a cobblestone wall in front of the pillars there and the front of these pillars here. Place your fence gate in the center. And then in the center here, we're going to add an upside down stair like so. Now, grab your cobblestone slabs and exactly the same thing. We're going to go 1 and 2 and then place 1 in the corner there to make a kind of little V shape around the corner. Do the same on all 4 corners. At the front here, we're going to stair step it up. So go up and across 1, up and across 1. Then we're going to do the same from this side here, up and across 1. At the sides here, the same thing again. So look, we go 1 and then 1. Go in 1 and in 1. Up 1, in 1 and up 1. Okay. Now do exactly the same across the back here. And exactly the same at the side. Now grab your dark oak slabs. Place 1 in the corner. Just like that. Now at the back here, guys, we're going to place 1 cobblestone block like so in the center. Then go 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 on top. At the front here, we're just going to place it across like this. And then at the side, we're going to place it just on the top halves like that. And then basically, we're just going to connect them together. So we'll connect this corner up first. So connect 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. That connects all the corners. And then we're just going to basically make a cross through the center, just like so. Okay. And again, if you want to make the roof a little bit more rounded looking, you can just go place 1 there and 1 there. 1 there and 1 there. 1 there, 1 there. 1 there and 1 there. And because this is so small, you can even get away with placing just 1 in the center like so, just to give it that little bit of extra shape. You can even make it actually a little cross like so, and 1 in the center if you wanted to raise it. And I think that looks pretty cool. I'm actually going to take that 1 off the top. I think it looks better like that. Now, that is about it again for this small one here, guys. We're just going to go ahead and put in some fences first. So we're going to put a couple of fences on top of the cobblestone walls here, just like so. And we'll do the same at the side here. So place 2 and then 2. Place a dark oak slab above them just to fill that little gap in. Do the same over here. So we'll put the slabs in first and then the fence in after. And again, guys, that is pretty much it. Now grab a couple of banners of your choice. I'm going to go with a green one this time, and just place 1, 2 and 3 across like so. Here we don't need to add the trapdoor because we can actually place the banners in a straight row all the way across, so there's no problem there for that. And yeah, just do the same as I said before, guys. Decorate it up. Put in a few little cobblestone walls at the back and some frames. You know, depending on what you're going to make this little market stall as, you know, what you want them selling, then decorate it to match that. Okay, so that's 2 versions of this build. Now, the only one version left is a double version, which is basically like 2 of these stacked against each other. So we're going to go and build that one next. So we'll start from the right hand front of the build. So we'll place 1 there. Leave a 3 block gap behind. Place 1. Leave a 3 block gap to the left. Leave another 3 block gap to the left. Leave a 3 block gap to the front. And then a 3 block gap to the right. And you should basically have a rectangle with a 3 block gap between every single pillar. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, raise all of these until they are 3 blocks high, as we did before. So add 2 on top. Now we're going to grab our cobblestone blocks. We're going to run them across the back here and make a wall. Bring them up so they're level with the top of those pillars. Same in this gap here at the back. So it should now look something a bit like that. Then we're going to go cobblestone, 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 cobblestone. So we should only have one block in the center and one block in the center. That's going to be an upside down stair. Just like that. Then we're going to place a stair in front of the pillars at the front. Stairs in front of the pillars at the side. Stairs in front of the pillars at the back. And then finally, stairs in front of the pillars at this side. Cobblestone wall is going to go in front of these two cobblestone blocks and these two. Then we're going to go ahead and place two each side where these pillars are. One there. We're also going to place one there and one there. I'm also going to do one there, one there. In the center here, in between these two cobblestone pillars here, we're going to raise a wooden pillar up like so. Okay? This is going to separate these as two different market stalls. Okay, once you're done, you should have something that looks a bit like this. Now, we're going to grab our cobblestone slabs, and on all four corners, we're going to do our little V shape again. So make sure you place the slabs on top of the upper half of the blocks. Once you've done that, place one in front of this block and then one in front of this log at the back as well. And now we're going to go on here. So go 1, 2 and 3. Then we're going to go in by one on these little gaps. Then on those ones there, go up by one. Then place one at the center and one above. One center, one above. Okay, so we get like two kind of roofs. The side here will be exactly the same. So up one, in one, up one, in one, up one. Okay. I'll do it singly at the back here so you can see it a little bit easier, just in case you're struggling to get the pattern. So place one on there, one on there. Place one on the top half and the top half. Go up one, one on the center, and then one up. Okay. We already have the one on the center there, so this side just one there. Then go in and in, up one, in and up. Okay, and then finally we'll just place the same thing on this side here. So stair stepping them all the way, and you get a nice little roof like so. Now for your slabs, go ahead, place one in your corners and one on the center pieces here as well. Okay. Then we're going to grab a cobblestone block, place one there and one there. Then go back to the dark oak and we're going to go 1, 2, one on top of that one, 1, 2 there, 1, 2, one on top, 1, 2. Okay, where I say 1, 2, you could actually just place a full block of planks if you want, rather than using slabs. It's entirely up to you. Now we're going to do the side here. So go 1, 2 and 3. And we can actually place one underneath these two because this is where we're going to have our little fences coming up. So place a full block on there. Right, okay, that's looking good. So now we're going to go top half on the corner and then 1 and 2. So we've got like two little V's on this side. We're going to do the same over here. Like that. Join this center one all the way across to the back. Then we're going to join this one across the center like so. We'll join this one up over here as well at the center. Sorry, I keep placing the blocks wrong. Like so. And then here we're just going to make another V again, guys. So a V like so. And then join that one there. So we end up with a U shape. And then here we just go 1, 2 and 3. And that's looking pretty good. And then once you're done, guys, again, just go ahead and get yourself some banners. Let's go ahead and use a different color banner this time. Let's go for a blue and we'll get a white one as well. So on the front of it, we'll say put 2 blue ones there, maybe a white one in the center, and this side here with the green one in the center, and then 2 white ones maybe. Something like that. Okay, so where we got our cobblestone walls, don't forget, go ahead and put in your fences, just like so. Make sure you do the same at the side. In the center here, place 2 fences going up to the top like so. And I would probably recommend placing a slab at the top just like that. Place your fence gate. And then go round to this end and do the same thing as well. So place in your fences and your fence gate. And that is just about it, guys. The rest is up to you. I'll let you guys go and decorate these as you please. But something like this tends to work fairly well. Little chest in the center. Possibly a flower pot, like a little collector for payment and stuff like that, maybe. I think it looks pretty cool. Overall, I think this is a pretty... It's a simple design. It's not too over the top, and it will blend in really well in any little kind of medieval style village. Let's move that like that. There we go. And that's pretty good. So the next thing you want to start doing is getting yourself in a road that's going to go around, because you obviously people are going to walk around your market stalls. So you want to start getting in a road. So let me just clear a bit of room and we'll get ready, and I'll show you how I go about making my paths. Okay, guys, when it comes to the paths, you want to make them look a bit rough. I think they always look better when they look a little bit worn. But one thing that a lot of people tend to do is they make really straight paths. So they make like almost squared, blocked shaped paths, and they don't look nice, you know. Round them off, even them off. Look at my paths around here. You can see they've got like slightly bit more shape to them than just straight roads. So what you do is start off. I always keep most of my paths at 3 blocks wide. So go ahead and mark out your path with your grass path. Okay, so grass path, 3 blocks wide. Now I'm going to mark it all the way straight for the moment, and we'll curve it at the end. Alright guys, we've got a pathway in, as you can see, and it is very plain, it's very boring, and it is very straight. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start making a few little curves on this. So for here, you just want to kind of make a small curve. So first of all, I'm just going to take off the corner like that. On this corner here, I'm going to add a path to round it a bit. We'll do another one just there like that for the moment. Another one just there. Grass. Let's do that for the grass there. And then on this corner here, we're going to go like that. Okay. That already gives us a little bit more curved shape. And I think we're going to do something the same over here. Let's do that. And let's bring that one in and that one in like that. Just to add a little bit of curved shape to it, okay? Hasn't got to be crazy. Now, that looks pretty good in shape. I'm pretty happy with that for the shape for now. Now, the next thing I'll do is grab some coarse dirt. Now, here is where you really change the shape of the path, okay? So, start by where your grass is, placing some dirt. Then place 1 or 2 blocks in on the actual path. Then extend over. Keep it over on the dirt, place 1 in on the path, and just kind of work your way around in a bit of a zigzaggy kind of line. You don't want it to look too straight. Okay, so you want some bits of dirt to be on the grass, some bits to actually be on your path. Kind of a bit like that, okay? Make it a little bit rough. Do it again on the opposite side here. Now, some of this would have been trampled on by people walking, so we will put some like this. Okay, so anywhere you think people would have maybe walked, just change a few of those out. Like so, that one there maybe. You know, just alter them and then go around again and do the same thing on the opposite side. So here again, we're going to place dirt underneath these ones. At the front here, this would have been probably trampled on a little bit by people, so keep that as grass path. Then go back to your coarse dirt. And you want to do this all the way around the edge, guys. So go ahead and fill in anywhere you feel that it might have just been, you know, just a little bit dirty, but not quite fully trampled on like they would in other areas. Okay guys, so now if we take a look, as you can see, that already brings the path a lot more to life in shape. It looks less boring and certainly has a lot more curves, not so straight, and a little bit more realistic. Now what you want to do is just sort of here and there, randomly, you know, just place a couple of coarse dirt like this. Again, you want this in the center of the path, okay? Not too many, just a few scattered here and there, really. Something a bit like this, okay? Just a few, not many. Next, you want to get your gravel, okay? And again, your gravel, just start going around and randomly placing it in a few places. Sometimes I replace it where some coarse dirt might be. Sometimes I put it in a little corner, like underneath here, like that. Often when I do these little bits, I often put a bit of gravel there, and just anywhere you feel that it might fit. Okay, and don't be afraid of placing a few gravel inside your pathway like that as well. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, round here where people will be walking at the front of a kind of a little market stall, go ahead and place a few little gravel bits there. Okay, and then just dot them around, guys. Just dot the gravel around here and there. You know, the gravel really does make a big difference to a path. Now, the best thing you can do with the gravel, guys, is make sure it's random. Don't, for instance, you've got a block here, right? Don't place another one right here, okay? Because it's just straight in line, you know? Randomize it. That's why you can see I bring it over to a different block, over to a different block, over to a different block. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are all on different alignments, okay? They're not in a row. And that's the best way to keep it random and looking pretty good. You know, and just go around. If you feel that some areas don't quite look lively enough, or the road looks a bit boring, go ahead, stick a bit more coarse dirt in there, a bit more gravel, and that should certainly make it look a lot nicer. Okay, and that looks pretty cool. Now, once you're happy with your pathway like that, you want to get yourself your cobblestone. Now here, guys, don't add too many cobblestone. Yeah, just kind of flick them about here and there where they kind of, you know, they look decent enough. I tend to just place a few here and there, and then randomly I'll place a couple next to each other. But kind of, I try to go from side to side. So as you can see, this one's here, the next one's here, that one there, that one there. Kind of go from side to side of the path, and occasionally in the center of the path. Now, the problem is, this is where a lot of people stop. They don't go any further than this for paths, but there's so much more you can do with a path. First of all, get yourself some grass, and on your actual path, just place a few bits of grass on your coarse dirt, okay? This really adds a little bit of life to the path. Okay, I tend to place it more towards the edge of the path than in the center of the path, but it does look good if you add an odd one in the center of the path as well. Just not too many. You know, place some grass, little bits around your edges, not too much. I think that would probably do for the moment. The next thing is adding trees. Trees really makes a big difference, you know. Plant a large oak tree if you can. Plant a few oak trees around your path. It really brings your path to life. Right, so you want to plant a large oak tree, but sometimes it can be quite hard. The way I find it normally works the best, and it's probably not going to work because I'm on camera, so place down your oak sapling, then place 1, 2, 3 on the corners like that, and then place 1 again on top, and then break the ones underneath, yeah? So you got an air block at the bottom. Then if you go ahead and you put a load of bone meal onto this, we should get a large oak tree. There we go, perfect. Now, the large oak trees just look better. So what I tend to do is at the bottom here, I'll just bring some of these up for the large oak tree around it. Just randomly. Maybe something a bit like that. And then you can also just mark a couple in the ground as well, as if they were like roots. Any of your oaks shown at the bottom here, just replace it with the full oak log so that you don't actually see their little round edges, because I don't think they look that great. Go ahead, we'll do the same around the entire tree. Then go ahead and if you just feel, just add a few more leaves here and there to cover up any bits at the bottom, because often the oak trees you'll find the bottoms of the tree are fairly empty. So just fill them up a little bit with some extra leaves. Again, this hasn't got to be nothing perfect, guys, and there is no right or wrong way of doing it. Just fill it up a little bit. Then what I'll do is I'll come up to the top of the tree. Let's actually place in a few more down here. It looks a bit like it needs a bit more filling down here. Okay, so now what I would do is I would come up to the top of the tree and I'll start breaking off some of the corners, yeah, so that it doesn't look so square. Yeah, randomly break off a few, make a few a little bit of a funny shape. Just kind of trying to create a bit of roundness to the tree, really, more than anything. Because the problem is, whenever you get these big oak trees and stuff, they're always, they end with squares. So rough off any of the edges that you can. Go ahead, make a few little mist shapes like this. And the more misshaped they look, the better, because the more kind of realistic they would look. It's all about being random, really. The most important thing is the randomization. Randomizing all the leaves certainly looks a lot better. I mean, look how much better that already looks. It looks a lot more realistic than the original tree. It's not the best. It's far from the best, and I'm not the best at doing trees, especially custom trees. But this is about as good as custom as I tend to normally go. And, you know, I think it's all you really need. So try and plot in a few trees like this about. And once you've got a few of these going, the next thing you want to do is add a little bit of a kind of bush. And again, the worst thing a lot of people do here is they find a straight edge of a path and they do this. Straight line. And it doesn't look right. You don't want a straight bush, you know, make it zigzaggy. So kind of follow the path line, but not exactly. So you could place like a couple and then just kind of make these kind of zigzaggy mist shape sort of thing. Now, I mean, this looks much more realistic. Make a few breaks in the centers as well. Don't join them all up. Something kind of like that. And then randomly make another little sort of spiral off one side of it. You know, and again, same here. Just kind of random. You know, that's the thing. Just make it random. A little bush there. Then what you can go ahead and do is you could dot down a little bit of bone meal if you wanted. Around the area just to make it look nice. Dot in some, say, some rose bushes or something. Not too many rose bushes in the same spot. I like to kind of space them out a little bit. And I like to put the rose bushes behind one of the, like, some oak leaves or something. I think they look really cool when they're sort of behind some oak leaves or even in a gap. But sort of like that. I think they just look, I don't know, they look more effective. Place in a few flowers. Not too many of these again, guys. Just a few dotted ones here and there. If you put too many flowers on a path, it can become too much. So just go sparing with the flowers. See, and look how nice that looks. That looks so much more better as a path. Now, one of the other things a lot of people don't do, guys, is buttons. Stone buttons. They look like little stones on your path. Randomly place a few here and there. You know, they really do make, you know, a bit of life to a path and really bring everything kind of together. You know, it's just a little bit of detail that you just randomly notice. You know, and that looks pretty good. I think I'm really happy with that. You know, and guys, just go around and make it your own. You know, even things like fences, you can add a few fences here and there. Again, don't go crazy with the fences. Don't make one big massive fence, but just like here, we've got a little bit of area here. So why not just join up a little bit of fence in that little gap? You know, and then on the side of it, you could go ahead and place in, you know, some bits of tall grass like that. Maybe even a couple of bits of your bush like that. And, you know, it really just helps bring it all to life. See, look how cool that looks. Alright guys, well I think that is about it for today's tutorial. I know we've covered quite a bit with the little market stalls and a bit of path, but I just wanted to kind of give you a brief going over of how I do paths. I do plan on doing a full tutorial on how I make paths, and I will cover a few different versions of paths, including some cobblestone and stone brick pathways as well. So I will be doing that at some point soon as well. But that's about it for today's tutorial guys. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did and you found it useful, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel then please consider subscribing. I post tutorials and a let's play series on a weekly basis on this channel, so if that's your sort of thing, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Just don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. But for now, this is Blue Nerd signing out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.